Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your end of 2022 reading, or whenever you find yourself at this video. It does not have to be at the end of 2022. It's just when I'm doing the reading, and I'm reading up on life lessons up to this point. And typically I read into our blind spots or the subconscious, unconscious areas that we don't always see, and it makes our challenges a lot harder. But other people see our blind spots. We can see other people's blind spots. But so that's the fun part of life. Anyway, Sagittarius, this is a reading for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Sagittarius. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Check with your moon and moon or rising sign if it's not resonating for you. If you'd like a personal one-on-one private reading with me, you can book through my website, which is bechange333.com. And that's it. Let's go, Sagittarius. You know how many readings I've done today that have had this same energy? Competition. Many. I can't count, but at least 5 or 6. So, competition. First card out, Sag. You're learning about this, your competitive streak. You might not even think, I'm not competitive. I can't stand competition. That's what I thought too. But you know what? It's like programmed in us that life is competitive. We have to compete for everything, for our survival even. Accomplishment. Makes it hard to feel like you feel completely accomplished something too when you're stuck in the energy of competition, because it brings out traits in us, and we don't really act out of dignity when we are competing. It brings some shadowy, ugly side to us. And legacy. It does. It keeps us from our true destiny and the legacy, the message, the meaning, the energy that we leave behind when we're no longer on this planet. Bottom of the deck is values. So what's truly important to you in the grand scheme of things? Is it really who wins, who you're competing against? Or is it just that you're happy and fulfilled, being yourself, doing what you love to do? It's so embedded and programmed and conditioned into us that we have to accomplish something, and it's usually, beaten into us through school, through our parents, our upbringing, could be religion, social conditioning. You have to have all these accomplishments in order to, and that's what you want to leave behind. Usually it's money or homes, houses, family jewels or whatnot. That is not at all why we are here. And while we find ourselves competing against each other here in life, we are becoming more and more separated from ourselves and from others. So that's the true value. Connection, love, happiness, joy. Okay. Get off my soapbox here. For Sagittarius. Why is competition here? The grand scheme of things, right? Right. Whenever we're competing for something, especially if it's something that we want to accomplish, could even be relationship-wise, it takes out the fulfillment of what we're doing, and it leaves us very discontented. Discontent and boredom. You don't get the pleasure of what it is that you are doing when you're in that competition. Some people act like they do. They think that they do. But, I mean, there's healthy competition, which actually, in my opinion, I don't see that very often. Most of the competition that we are all doing is unhealthy. And it leaves us very ungrounded. Like, not even feeling good about what we're doing. And if it has to do with a relationship, it leaves you feeling unsafe in the relationship. And it also brings up a lot of challenges and obstacles on our path to get to somewhere so that I can get to the next place. We think too far ahead and like forget that the joy is in the journey. Once you get to an intended destination, trust me when I say, you're then going to turn around in a short period of time and be like, okay, what next? I have this other destination. And that's okay too. But if you're not actually enjoying every single moment of the journey, the point of life is lost. And we end up just being really bored with life, or just being like put off by life. It should be fun. It should be amazing. It should light us up with our passions. So what your legacy is, it's still up in the air. What you leave behind when you're no longer on this planet, the memory of you. How will you be remembered? What message are you leaving behind? That's still sort of swirling around right now. Because while you're in that competitive streak, you're not enjoying what you're doing all the way. You need to get into harmony and balance with what's important here, with what's important in what you're trying to accomplish here. Oh, okay. Maybe that, competition at one point in your life was exciting. And it gave you ambition. Now it leaves you just like, nah. You don't feel good about it anymore. You're actually bored with it all. And you're not even like grounded in what it is that you're doing. It doesn't feel comfortable anymore. When you're comparing to others, competing against someone else, that's like a safety thing. If you grew up in a large household, meaning like lots of brothers and sisters like I did, and maybe like, low to mid-income parents, food, it was scarce. And if food was set down on the table in my family and you didn't reach in and grab for it right away, you could be left without any food. That's what I'm talking about, competition. That kind of living in a household like that will actually, and there's many, there's many of us that have had that. That leaves a mark, and subconsciously, you don't realize it. 8 of Pentacles, the giraffe. So you're actually starting to, this is part of your life lesson, and you're working on self-mastery here, especially in this area. So right now you're sort of in an apprenticeship with your spirit team, so to speak, and it's you're working through some of the things, the kinks to self-mastery. Self-mastery. The only person you're really competing against is you. Even though, on the outside, looking at who you're competing with. Sure, but the universe is always going to bring that energy into specific characters because it's your higher side. It's you with you. It truly is. It's a mirror. So that might excite you into some new ideas of what's going on. Scorpion, 9 of Wands. It will also, while you're working towards self-mastery here, it's going to bring a lot of resolve to any challenges and obstacles that you've been facing over the last year or 2 years or 3 years. You're very resilient and you're brave through all these challenges, but there's something your soul is set here to accomplish, and it's definitely, you're not really supposed to be competing with anybody else. This is your path. You might not even know what is the message I'm going to leave behind when I'm no longer on this earth. That's why the waiting game's still here, but this is changing. This is changing. 8 of Wands, fast-moving energy, positive energy with the dragonfly. So you'll be aware of it. And at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups, the walrus, which speaks of abandonment, maybe abandonment wounds, as well as escapism. And we're just coming out of, we still have some Neptunian energy and Piscean energy, but yeah, there was a lot of escapism going on here as far as your feelings, but you're starting to see the truth of it all now, and you're not competing with anybody. This is just you with you, and it's a realization that you're waking up to. You're also starting to see what's really, truly important here, which is your legacy. You got to come into harmony with your values. Page of Wands. So you're shifting direction. Starting to give a little bit more just with yourself. Like, yeah, I really actually don't need to compete with anybody. So you're trying something new. And the cycles are turning, shifting. So there is some resolve coming here for you. I mean, the universe has really been your competitor of anything. Yeah, and really, what you leave behind is simple. It's simply what lights you up, what brings you happiness and joy. That energy is going to shine. It shines from you anyway. Truly, it does. You're getting more in touch with your feminine energy, not gender, your receptive side, your nurturing nature, your intuition. That is going to assist you in dropping into your heart, not running the show with the mind and competing with others or comparing yourself to others. So that's beautiful. And let's get, all right, one last message for you. There's been some confusing tests and challenges these last few months. I mean, all of 2022 seemed like one giant test after another. Emotionally, physically, psychically, mentally, all of the above. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So with this card, it means that You don't want to just stay so far up in Neptunian land, in the clouds, in your dreams, your desires, or where you want to go. You want to embody it and bring it down into earth, into your body, and act and be it. Be the change you wish to see. Once you embody who you really want to be, your legacy, then the dream becomes alive and real and true. Right now you're still, it's like up here, it's like, it's a fantasy. It seems really nice and fluffy and lovely, but you don't believe it. It's not embodied. You haven't brought it all the way down into your body yet. That's why the waiting game is still here. It's time to act the part. Wear that crown. And see what happens then. So that's your message for this week, Sagittarius. I hope this was helpful for you. Please like this video if you like it, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe as well. Much love to all of you. Thank you. Take care. Bye.